What is up, YouTube? Rybread here, bringing you a brand new video. Today, we're going to talk about the process of trying out and deciding on a new name. Deciding on a new name can be a tricky business. Maybe you have a family member whose name you want to take or who wants you to take their name, or there's fictional characters who have been particularly influential in your development, or maybe you just have a few different names that you've always really liked. So how do you go about figuring out which name to choose? Well, I have a few different methods that I've personally tried. The first is having those closest to you call you by that name and see how it feels. Fairly simple, and if you have people who are really supportive and, fairly go with the flow with that kind of thing, this is a good option. Or you can play a video game character and name yourself that name and play the game and see how it feels to have the NPCs call you by that name. Games like Skyrim and, just RPGs in general where you customize your own character are a really good fit for this. I've done this in Skyrim, Final Fantasy XIV, I've done it in World of Warcraft, many times. A fairly popular option is going to a coffee shop like Starbucks and giving the name to the barista and seeing how it feels when they call out your name when your drink is done. Another option that I've done has been to write the name over and over, whether it's in a signature format or just printing it out, just seeing how the name feels fit together and just also, in my hand. Something that I haven't done for trying on a name, but for personal affirmations, and I feel like it could still fit, is standing in front of a mirror, looking at yourself, and saying the name over and over, not enough to make it not feel like a word anymore, just to kind of see how it feels when you say it and see if it kind of fits your face. Ultimately, if none of these methods work, you can always just move on to the next name on your list. And here is where I want to emphasize probably the most important point I can make in this video, is you can try as many names as you need to. The people who truly care about you will be patient and use as many names as you need. It's important for you to feel comfortable with the name that you go by. Was the first name that you chose a hit? That's great. I'm so incredibly happy for you. Did you need to go through a few names or a lot of names? That's okay too. It's just part of learning your identity. And honestly, this entire process doesn't just apply to trans people. Cis people can change their name too, and I feel like if they did more often, it would normalize it and it would make it less of a burden when trans people did it. And the final point of my video is most of you watching know me or knew me as Ryan. Specifically, I was going to change my name to Ryan Elliott, last name, and go by Ryan. But over time, this name felt like it fit less, and I'm now going by Ryan Caleb, last name, and socially going by my middle name, Caleb. So, nice to meet you guys, gals and non-binary pals. I'm Caleb, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!